Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. In the last part we pretty much went back to Traverse Town. Basically to find out what's going on with this ringing bell and to basically find the keyhole in Traverse Town. And so that's what we're doing today. What we're doing now. Fuck. I hate you. Well, that worked. Wait against them. Oh. So annoying. Try not to fall off. So what we're doing now is we are heading up to here. Up to the top of the castle. Top of the bell tower. And we're going... Tom. The rope. There it is. So what we need to do now is we need to ring the bell tower and go up to the top of the bell tower, and we need to ring the bell 3 times, I believe. So we ring the bell here once, then twice, and then once more, and it revolves the little I don't know what you call that. The picture that's on the back of the sign, back of the oh fuck, the fountain. There you go. And it reveals the keyhole. So now we can finally shut this keyhole. So now we've got to get down here, and there's going to be nothing that gets in our way, and it's just as simple as walking up to it and pressing the triangle button on it, and we'll be done. See, nice and easy. Oh, fuck you. So yeah, boss battle time. So this is just like the guard armor boss fight. It's guard armor again, but this time around he's a bit weaker this time, actually. There you go. Finish the boss, we're done. Right, let's move on. Of course it's not over. This guy is called actually a different guy. This is the reverse armor, where he has his hands where his feet should be, where he has his feet where his hands should be, and he's revealing his face. Oh my god. Yeah, he's actually a fair bit tougher. He causes a hell of a lot more damage, and he also moves around a lot more. He's a lot more difficult to hit. And he takes a lot, just takes a lot longer to get down to size. He also likes to split himself apart at various points, and to basically, you know, throw his arms at you and that kind of thing. It's a much tougher boss fight than the original boss fight, as you would expect, given that, you know, this is like... You would expect that, though, given that this is the second boss fight. And, you know, the first time he fought guard armor, he was like pretty much the first proper boss fight in the whole game. And here is where he gets a bit of an it becomes a bit of an irritating fuck. Because he starts to do this and move around to various places. Oh, my max AP's up. And he just becomes a lot harder to hit. He also causes a hell of a lot more damage. But basically, the main strategy of the boss fight is pretty much the same. And I kind of don't do a good job of that here either, if I'm honest. But basically what you want to do is heal. Tom, heal. Thank God. I would have been fucked. So yeah, at this point I'm kind of trying to get out of his way. And he shoots these. These cause a fuck ton of damage. Oh, that was lucky. So yeah, you want to avoid him while he's doing this. And wait until he reverts and then start hitting him again. Basically the strategy is pretty much the same, where, you know, you start by attacking one of the body parts, which is, you know, You either start with the legs or you start with the arms. You get rid of both of them and then you move on. You remove one. You destroy both of those body parts where it's both arms and both legs, and then you move on to the next thing. Ow! And then you continue to do the same thing until you get rid of the torso, and then you're basically beaten. So it's pretty much the same strategy. He just has different attacks. He has more damaging attacks. And I'm just now waiting for him to revert. There, he's reverted. So let's get rid of this other arm. Here, there, we got rid of that. Now go to the arm. Wow, I barely hit. I like that, but it's, you know, it's just not. Yeah, here I was kind of getting frustrated. I'll be honest, and I was just like, okay, fuck you. I'm going to attack you. Yeah, as you can see, I was getting a bit aggravated. Yeah, if you're methodical with this boss fight shouldn't actually take that long. But I'm not methodical. I wasn't in this playthrough anyway. So, ow! You twat. This just... And when you're not methodical, it just takes a lot longer. Ah! One of the things I hate about Kingdom Hearts is when an enemy kind of gets... When you're facing an enemy which is above you, it's a pain in the arse. So yeah, there we go. We're finally done. We've beaten the boss. And Donald definitely got more useful. He's learned MP Haste. That's very useful. MP Haste, I think, improves the rate at which magic gets your magic gets refilled. So we've learned Aero, which is a wind magic. Not useful. I never found that much of a use for it. I never really use it. I think it's used for defensive options, really. It improves your defense and also improves your maneuverability. So I don't really use it all that much. I don't think I've ever used it in my 1 and a bit playthroughs of this game. Full playthroughs of this game. But it's not terrible. Navigummi piece, which means we've opened up the next few areas of the world. And we've got to take this to Sid, and he will unlock the rest of the areas for you. Okay, come again and I'll give you a big discount. So now we've got the Comet G. Comet G, I think, is a weapon. It's a blaster. I think it causes more damage. And so now we've got to move on. Let's head into the accessory shop. We're going to take off from our gummy ship here. I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah, here we are. We're just gonna fuck off. Camera. There you go. Gummy ship. Right, let's go. We can move on to the next part of the world now. Oh, look, we're going to be doing this next. So, yeah, periodically throughout the game, there will be matches there will be tournaments held at the Colosseum. I think there's a grand total of 5 that you can... Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4, actually. There are 4 that you can do. 3 of them are mandatory, and the fourth one is not mandatory. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But if you want to unlock the super bosses in this area, then you're going to have to do it. I'm not showing that off, so fuck it. Plus, it's really hard. I can't beat what's his name? Hades to save my life. But yeah, the first 3 you have to fight. The first cup is the Fill Cup, and it's actually really simple. It's just nothing but Heartless. There's no serious threats here, no serious enemies. It's just going to be a case of defeating all these enemies go at a time. Something else that you can do as well, there's basically 3 ways you can do the cup. There's the normal method, which is where you go through and you will take on, and you take them on with Donald and Goofy. There's the second one, which is Sora alone, and in that mode, weirdly enough, it's just Sora on her own, on his own. Never mind. You know what I mean. It's just Sora alone, just Sora on his own. Come here, you twat. Hate these things. Green Nocturnes are such a pain. But yeah, so Sora alone, and you get a better reward at the end of it for that. And then there's the final mode, which is Time Attack, which is Sora alone under a time limit. And that is a pain in the ass to do. They actually did expanded on that a lot more and actually made it part of the plot in Birth by Sleep. Which is something which I can't fucking stand. That is one of the reasons why I gave up playing Birth by Sleep. It's just because I couldn't beat the time attack and it was just pissing me the fuck off. So, it is a game which I'm likely to go back to at some point, but I just can't be arsed at the moment. Oh, thank you, Donald. Donald's leveled up and he's got max AP up. So yeah, but what I'm going to be showing off is, I'm going to be showing off the 3 cups, but just the standard ones where you fight with Donald and Goofy, because you need those to, thank you. You need the Hades, you need to do the first 3 cups to unlock White Trinities, I think. And once you unlock White Trinities, then you can move the block in that is next to Phil that you're asked to move at the beginning of the game. And once you've unlocked the block, once you've moved the block, you can then... I'm trying to remember. Sorry, brain's gone blank. Once you move the block, that reveals the keyhole, and it also gives you a reward in the Olympia Keyblade, which is a really powerful Keyblade. So it's definitely worth doing, and you kind of have to do if you want to beat the game. So 6th seed. So we got a large body with a bunch of these monkey guys. This one's not particularly hard, I will say that. The large body is probably the biggest pain in the arse. But as you can see there, the special attack then pretty much makes him your bitch. So, pretty easy. One thing I'll quickly mention here, the move that Sora does at the end of each attack, at the end of each wave, is related to a certain Final Fantasy character, one of the heroes. So I know that he has I know the 2 that he does most often are Cloud's Victory Pose from 7 and Squall's Victory Pose from 8, Final Fantasy 8. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a nice little nod. So now we're taking on the God Armor Gauntlets, which are a piece of piss. Thank you, Donald. That was useful. Thank you so much. But anyway, on to the 4th seed. And 2 large bodies and 6 green Requiems. Not that hard, but just get rid of the green Requiems first. Ignore the large bodies, because they will heal the large bodies, and it will make this even more fucking infuriating. So yeah, just use your special attack there, and then we're left with just 1 large body. Yeah, here I'm just like, let's try using a magic attack, see what happens. And I think it caused a little bit of damage. I don't know what that shine is from the Keyblade whenever I strike. I don't think it recovers a small bit of health whenever I do it. I'm not sure. But anyway, 3rd seed, the Wild Corps, which is the legs and the arms of the... plus these things, which... honestly, they're a bit of a pain. The worst thing to look out for, and the hardest thing to look out for, is the Tom, don't die. Is the legs. The feet cause so much damage. It's hard to tell. Let me have a look, see whether he gets hit. No, it doesn't recover any health. It's just, I think, because it's from what's the name of it? Deep Jungle. Yeah, there you go. Because it's the Deep Jungle Keyblade, I guess they just decided, well, when it hits, it's going to have this green aura, kind of like leaves. There we go, using Mega Ether there. Mega Ether will recovers all magic. And now back at full health. I believe Donald and Goofy's are based on characters from Final Fantasy as well, I just can't remember. Armored Battalion, so now we got the Armored Torso plus the yellow Nocturnes and the blue Nocturnes. Pretty much the same strategy as the previous one. Just get rid of the smaller guys first, and then go after the large body torso. That just makes sense, even though I completely ignored that strategy. Ah, look at that, Goofy's little tornado. Tornado is a really powerful move actually, and is well worth learning. It's well worth equipping. It's he just spins like a tornado and causes a fuck ton of damage. And that's it. Fill Cup is done. The Fill Cup is done. What do we get as a result? Yep. So we got Gravity. Gravity is a pretty good spell to get. Causes a lot of damage to the more bigger enemies. It's basically like a crushing maneuver where it pretty much, the heavier the enemy is and the stronger the enemy is, then the more damage that will cause. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's a yellow move. There you go. So anyway, that's it for this part. Join me next time when I think we'll be heading off to the next world. I can't remember what the next world is. No, I can't remember. But we're moving on to the next world in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. So I'll see you next time when we'll be moving on to the next world. See you next time.